Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. We return today to the hamlet of Anvilseal here in Dwarf Fortress. And as you can see, we are in the middle of winter in the year 45. And the fortress has grown quite a bit. We do, of course, have our new Barren and his office and dining hall right here, where specially appointed, made out of pure silver. We've got quite a few artifacts that are on display with pedestals for additional artifacts to show up. We're working on building out a dining hall, and specifically, this area over here has been dedicated as a bazaar for finished goods that the dwarves will be able to just walk in and grab as they see fit. So, for last episode, we forgot to cover the Dwarven watch list, so we're going to do that, of course, today. But a couple of other main things that happened, as I mentioned. We have the fully appointed tomb for our Baron, who is right here. Silver door. He likes axes, so we're putting some good axes on display for him, and a silver sarcophagus. Of course, we covered the office and dining hall. Our new broker, Stodier, managed to have his first trade, and that went off pretty good. We had Audon Ivestadok with a strange mood, and we expanded the main hall, as you can see. And the bazaar is pretty much finished from the looks of things here. So yeah, it was nice to give our manager, Asab, a break. He was filling out at least two of these other roles, and now he's definitely taken a back seat from that and is just the manager now, so he has a little bit more time on his hands. And then, of course, Seabrick, our Baron, better known as Dabbles, he's been all over the fortress for many episodes. A few of his children have come of age here so far, and he seemed like a fitting choice in this particular scenario. He's the elder brother of Mother, or Alath, one of our first migrants who brought her 4 children to the fortress. And Alath became the expedition leader after an untimely demise of our first expedition leader. And I believe that was, it was Erish. Excuse me, I was going to use the wrong name there. So, yeah, let's check in on some dwarves today. We'll get that out of the way, and then we'll start rolling time forward with a few things, and we'll start talking about the goals that we want to accomplish for this particular play session. So on the top of the Dwarven watch list, we have, of course, Mother. That's our expedition leader, Alath Zanosfikad. And we're going to keep an eye on her, but let's find out where she's at right now. Currently storing an item in a bag. Here she is. Got some pretty demanding unmet needs. Acquire an object. She wants to fight. She wants to be with friends, and she wants to do martial training. These two we could probably take care of pretty easily. There is the need for us to build out a military to get that going, and I don't know if we'll get to it this episode, but it would sure be nice. Her eldest son, of course, passed away. She's got 2 other sons that are active members of our fort. One is a stonecrafter, apparently, Athel, and then Rakusk is a furnace operator. I'm guessing this might be Rakusk right up here, if I had to guess. Yes, in fact, that is Rakusk. So he's been doing a lot of the smelting jobs that we have hanging around the fortress to get us all of these awesome bars. But Alath has been doing hauling jobs. She does a lot of different things. Her skill as a legendary stonecrafter is probably the most important piece, and she's responsible for a lot of these stone pots and various other stone crafts that we have strewn about the fortress. This is kind of a Dwarf Fortress management player's shame right here, as you can see, because we just have this gigantic stockpile of just awfulness. This is terrible. We need to do something about that. Maybe we'll try and do something about that today. Well, we're going to start picking at it at least. We'll get to those goals. Let's take a look at personality and needs. So, yeah, definitely unfettered after staying occupied and spending time with people, but her life isn't exciting. Obviously, she wants to have some type of martial training and fight, so on and so forth. Personally finds the idea of laws abhorrent, which as an expedition leader, I can see it's more pragmatic and just get things done. And she sees competition as wasteful and silly. She dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and this dream was realized, which is great. So she only has one other son, Zulban, who is here in the fortress, who, is still to come of age. And I think Zulban he's 15, so he has a few years to go here before he comes of age. So, honestly, I don't think that her relationships, that she has a lover at this point in time. She spends a lot of time with her elder brother, which is Dabbles. And she has a pretty big family, so this is a noble dwarf as well. I believe Seabrick Leidestervad is not present in the fortress, but he might show up in a migrant wave if I don't miss my guess. So Elath seems to be all right, aside from some needs that we need to handle here soon. Let's check in on another dwarf that we've come to know as Stumpy. Now, Stumpy, you'll recall, he's attending a meeting right now, and he is one of the dwarves that was kind of on the struggle bus for a while. If you remember, a few episodes back, we had some wild, giant, one-humped camels, and Stumpy was responsible for helping take down the named camel, Delurton or Steel Chased. And, well, let's just say that he's had some struggles with that, recovering from that injury. Now, if we go to his health, we can take a look at his ability to grasp is somewhat impaired, but this is disingenuous in my opinion. Because he still has an injury, a suture in his left elbow. And if we look at his description, his right hand is gone. So he's missing a hand. You might be asking yourself, how does one lose a hand in a battle with a camel? And a few solutions to that problem come to mind, but I'm not sure which one exactly it is. Now, he's a proficient stonecutter, so he's kept himself quite busy throughout the time between the battle with the Lurton and now. But emotionally and personality-wise, he's had a rough go of it. Right now, it seems like he's doing a lot better. Probably the best that he's done at all in our fortress since he joined here. As a member of the Hall of Lilacs, the Farmers Guild, and then the Oily Doctrine, both of these have sites here in Anvilseal. So he's definitely got a little bit of social interaction going for him and all of these other things. He was also one of the first dwarves to be able to get a quarters or a house. And if we go to take a look at that, it's this one right here. This was the first one that was finished, or at least the first one that was appointed. So I think he's headed off. He's still in this category, but this is the best that he's done again so far. Just check one more thing on him. Still wants to create a work of art. He personally thinks that there is something deeply wrong with people who persevere through adversity because of that major injury, and finds those that develop skill with weapons and fighting distasteful, and respects power, and does not care about friendship. Cog Rainy Inked was one of the children that got involved in that battle, and he was killed in the battle, and it did traumatize quite a few of our dwarves. So maybe things will turn around for Stumpy. We'll keep an eye on him, though. Last dwarf to check in on is, of course, Dabbles himself. Where's Dabbles at? Dabbles is currently asleep. And he is asleep upstairs in his room right here. He's nearby. I think Elath is below him. Dabbles has some unmet needs as well. And you can see that this dwarf, he's deeply religious. He wants excitement and to acquire an object and to help somebody. But look at these 3 praise. This guy is going to spend a lot of time going to church, which, as you can see, he's got a whole bunch of different skills that he's decided he's going to build up in the fortress since we began, which is really interesting. He does like to spend a lot of time with his sister, and seems like he does stone crafting with her more often than not. And, of course, now as Barren of Anvilseal, business with bronze, black opal, ibex tooth, battle axes. We're going to be making a lot of battle axes because of this like right here. And a lot of toys, or puzzle boxes, which is going to be... I think that's going to become a problem at some point, because we won't be able to sell the puzzle boxes. We can sell the other toys, but we won't be able to sell those. And he detests fire snakes, which, living near a volcano might not be such a good thing. Okay, so a couple of things. It looks like we haven't quite finished all of our magma forges here, just simply because there is a lack of steel anvils right now. We're waiting for a trade to come through, and it'll have to be probably next year, where we can then go back and get some additional flux stone to do our to create steel. It's one of the things. I think I've got all of the jobs set up, but just don't have anything. Don't have any flux stone, or at least we haven't found any yet. So as usual, there is a lot to do. Cool. All right. Well, I think the first order of business is let's just run time forward just a tiny little bit. I'd like to see how much work is needing to be done right now. And it looks like we've got quite a very modest, actually. We have a very modest list of tasks here. So with that, I think we can probably give the dwarves some jobs. And I did mention this earlier. We need to find a way to take care of this. This is this is deplorable. This is a horrid mess. And we need to figure out a better way to do this. So that's what we're going to do. And I think what I want to do... Oh, hey, there's a one-humped camel in this cage. Oh, there's 2. I don't know how they're getting 2 camels in a single cage, but hats off to you. Let's take care of that, because it seems like we're going to be eating a lot of yak meat. Let's train these guys. Oh no, and they had a baby? Where's this one? Is it in the same cage? Oh dear. All right, well, we're going to train... Oh, man, I don't want to eat a baby camel. That just seems wrong. Let's go back to creatures. Make sure these guys are all getting trained. Yeah, oh, yeah, there they are. So they're going to get trained. That way we can take them to slaughter, and we're going to have more food. Not that we need more food. Okay, so I think one of the things that we want to do is I'd like to make a jeweler shop down here as well. I think that would be a good idea. So we might do that after we get a couple of quantum stockpiles set up here. At least that is the idea. So let's get started with that. Let's make a toy stockpile here. just call it Toy QS. And what do we need to do here? Toggle whether the stockpile can take items from anywhere or only from specific work stockpiles. Yeah, that's fine. We want nothing there. And then we want to do custom. And is there a thing for just toys? Yeah, toys. And I don't know if I need to say all core quality or total quality. These are, whoops. Yeah, I think we have to put all of these guys on since it's all different kinds of toys. I think this is the way that it works. Go back to custom. And I don't think you can dye toys, but we'll just leave that there. Okay. And then we've got to add a track stop. And we got to do, actually, let's do another one of these. This will be the supply stockpile. Oh, you know what? I think I need to have this on. Go into custom. And this is finished goods, type, toys, all. I think I just had all of these in allowed last time. Cool. No bins. And let's go back over here and turn that back on. So this is the supply stockpile. We've got that. No barrels, no bins. Okay. Then we need to make a track stop, which I believe is... I always forget where these things are at. It's not furniture. Is it constructions? Yes, it is. Toss a track stop there. Boom. Sure, we'll make it out of Alunite. Oh, I forgot to... Come on, Ankh. Dump direction is here. I think you have to do that. And we'll just make it out of... We have plenty of Alunite, but... We'll just make it out of Phyllite. Who cares? Okay. So let's get that rolling. Let's let the dwarves do that. Let's check these kitchens here. Got a whole bunch of food that has yet to be hauled. Oh, there's a lot of food here. Maybe I'm scared now because I don't want that stuff to get... What's been lost? Oh, I think it was because somebody fell in the lava. We have a lot of food, but a ton of it is up here. And I want to make sure that this gets hauled because you can see it's not being hauled. So is that because this food stockpile is too small? You know what? Leave stockpile. We can do this. Actually, do I want to do that? I don't think so. We actually want to make it... I want to make it go down like this. And then let's just check... How many granite pots do we have? We have all of them. All of them are full of food and wine. Oh, this is crazy. There's so much of it. I don't want to waste it, but it seems like that might be... This is drink stocks, and there's nothing up here. I think the dwarves are just going up to the stills. Yeah, maybe they are, maybe they're not. I'm not entirely sure. We'll extend the food stockpile such that it is, and hopefully they'll go out and get some more of that. I should check... Let's just check our jobs. Aesop could be doing a little bit better job here. Less than 10, make 5 more. So this is satisfied. Do we have enough granite is the question. Now, all of these blocks aren't necessarily in use, but we have a ton of boulders. So it seems like granite is not the issue. Let's go downstairs, and we'll just briefly check. Okay. Ast is putting out some granite pots. Stonecrafter. You know, if I wasn't being so silly or so careless with this, I might add some additional stoneworking here. Fat pot. Does a lid signify that it has fat in it? That's interesting. That's a seed pot. All right. We have a lot of item organization to do, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so they're just dumping food in here now. That's fine. If it's in a stockpile, I don't think it rots. Oh yeah, they just cleaned the heck out of that. Perfect. Is this done? It is. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. I always forget how this works. Oh, hey, we've got... we haven't actually done anything with that. Okay. I gotta stay focused. Let's add a new route. And let's make this... No, I don't want to delete it. Oh, sorry. This is going to be toy quantum stockpile. Because we understand quantum mechanics. And this is toy stop. This is going to be very popular with the children, which is why I wanted to place it right near the door. We can delete all of these guys. And link the stockpile, haul items to and from the minecart. You specifically, okay, so this goes here. And what we're looking for is choose which stockpile to which the track stops vehicle will give items. So this is the output stockpile. And then this is where the track stop takes from the supply. So from the supply into the cart, and then from the cart into the toy quantum stockpile. Okay. And, oh, you know what? I totally forgot. We have to wait for them to place a toy or two in this stockpile. And I hope that we're going to take the toys out of this one here. I hope we have enough toys. We should have enough toys for a couple of them to get tossed in there, but it's really bad, I guess, if you don't have the right... If you don't have, like, a seed item, then it doesn't work properly. I don't know if that's not true anymore, or if it is true, we'll let time roll forward a little bit more, though. And we're building rhyolite here. Maybe we'll just build out some more of our floor here. Do we have enough rhyolite for that? No, we do not. We'll use all the rhyolite blocks there. We've really been putting this fortress through a ton of rhyolite usage. Okay, cool. And now, they snuck in. I didn't even see them do it. We've got a granite puzzle box and a granite toy hammer. So now we can do it. We'll get the dwarves to be a lot more tidy here. I know that's supposed to be an animal, and I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but I can certainly hear it, and every time that I hear it, it makes me think of a muscle car. Which doesn't quite make sense. Okay, so this is the select stockpile to take from, that guy there. And this is the give to stockpile, so that's actually the QS, quantum stockpile. And we got to put... Oh, yes, I forgot. I've got to put finished goods, and I got to say toys, green light, green light, green light, green light, green light. Why we would make toys out of some of these materials is beyond me, but it just needs to match the to and from stockpile. That's the important thing. Stockpile links. I'm going to put a cart in there. We've got a bunch of lead mine carts, so we'll just toss him in there. And off we go. And I think I want to make like a jewelry, personal items stock next. So we're going to do that. We'll let them throw this together and get the toys start to stack up. Okay. More rock blocks. Just keep making them, boys and girls. Oh man, that stuff didn't make it. Get rid of it before it, thank God. You know what? Well, I always waffle back and forth on this because I'm not entirely sure, but brew, drink, milk, animal, make cheese. We actually just deleted all of our food making our food making jobs for now. At least that's what it looks like. Should be like a prepare lavish meal up here, but oh, they're down. It's down here. That's why I deprioritized, or I deleted it and then I re-added it. Let's get it back up where it belongs. One more. Food and drink. Food and drink is very important. It looks like we're out of food to cook, so such that it is. That's a good thing. Can we fill in some more? Not quite. Perfect. Got a little toy stock building up there. Yeah, we got 2 of them there. Perfect. So that's working out great. We've got a toy stock. Let's do another finished goods stockpile here. Oh, and now that we've got that, did we disallow in general stock toys? Yes, we did. Okay, so here's what's going to happen next. We are going to come up here. We're going to make another stock, and this is going to be for our dwarves who like to wear something fancy every once in a while. And, well, at least I hope. So we are going to put into this scepters, rings, totems, because I don't know what else they would be used for. I think you carry them around. Handwear, headwear, these are clothing items. Legwear, clothing item, musical instrument, quivers, nope, nope, nope. Goblins, footwear, flasks, no. Earrings, yes. Crowns, yes. Bracelets, yes. And amulets. So this is all of the fun stuff that dwarves like to pick up and wear. Mainly accoutrement that isn't part of your normal clothing. So this will be where you can just go pick something up. Let's double check that we've got this. So no armors, no backpacks, chains, or codices, or crutches. But amulets, bracelets, crowns, and earrings. Perfect. No figurines. Flasks or footwear. Goblets, those should be in a different spot. Handwear, headwear, large gems, legwear, musical instruments, quivers, splints, tools, and toys. I don't know what tools is. Okay, so now we can go in here. I'm going to have problems remembering exactly what it was that I selected here. I think the only thing that is questionable about me for whether or not they can wear is the totem. So we're just going to leave that for now. I think that's good. And then we're going to make another one with exactly the same type of deal. And this is going to be finished goods, amulets, bracelets, crowns, earrings, scepters. Oh, I forgot if I put a scepter in there. I think I selected scepter. We'll make sure, though. We'll know right away. Splints and tools, quivers. And just green light all of this because we don't really care what it's made out of or how nice it is, at least for the time being. Let's check this other bad boy here. Rings and scepters and totems. Rings, scepters, and totems. Every time I try and use the scroll wheel, it jumps around on levels, and then I come back and I'm like, I don't know where I'm at. I'm confused. So that's 3, 7, 4, 7? Okay, yeah, so 7 total. And this is... what is this? Personal item, quantum stockpile. So this is the personal item supply. And we'll just check 4 and then another 3. Okay. That's sufficient. Then we'll go ahead and do a construction, and we got another track stop. Dumping this way. I got plenty of granite. Build me a track stop, boys. Perfect. I don't know, there's something satisfying about watching them do their little stockpile dumps here. It's quite entertaining for me. I don't understand why, because honestly, there's not a lot of animation that goes on with these little sprites. They just kind of do their thing, right? But if you have sufficient imagination, it, I guess, becomes, I don't know, it's engaging. Okay, let's get some stuff set in here aside from just toys there, guys. Oh, I forgot. I need to disable those. I need to take them out of here. View the stockpile. And let's go back to finished goods. No amulets. No bracelets. No crowns. No earrings. Those are the 4 from the top, and 3 from the bottom is scepters, rings, and totems. I don't know that we have a lot of that kind of stuff in here. But hopefully we get a couple of pieces here so we can kick this one off. And then the bazaar will have begun. I call it bazaar. I don't know why. It's a force of habit of many years of misreading that word. And I know how it's pronounced, but I haven't been able to break that habit. Okay, so we got a crown. That's cool. Maybe one more? One more little item here for us, dwarfs? Maybe we can throw some more floor down. Nope, still only 4 rhyolite blocks. Okay, perfect. Well, hey, we've got our... Let's make a new route. Let's call it the personal item quantum stockpile. Looks good. Stop to the route. Put the finished goods of amulets, bracelets, crowns and earrings, totems, scepters, and rings. And then any type or quality is fine. Any material, any color. I think these only apply to fabrics, but we'll just keep for consistency's sake. And then this is the personal item stop. Okay, sure. Okay, so this takes from this guy, and it gives to this guy. So takes from the personal item. Oh, sorry, gives to the personal item quantum stockpile, and then the personal item supply it takes from. Okay, perfect. And then all of the automation stuff we can just dump for now. And then we need to give it a minecart. Kind of running out of minecarts. So we should take care of that. Let's make an order for a few more minecarts. And we can just do lead. Because I'm not worried about lead poisoning, you guys. Dwarves obviously do not care about that. Look at all those toys. So the kids can just come in here. Now that we have less of them. The kids can just come in here and grab a toy when they want to play with it. And then there's a place to put them away. Put your toys away. Take them back to the bazaar. And at some point, we need to deal with this area here. This is going to be our grand hall, obviously. But we've got some, I guess, some work to do surrounding that. So we'll figure that out at some point here. Granite pots are done. Come on, guys, put this other minecart in here. Oh, here he comes. He's got the minecart. Turns out a lead minecart is very, very heavy. And dwarf move slow. There we go. All right, so these guys are going to get hauled. Let's just check our labors. Yeah, so you can see we've got a whole bunch of stuff that kicked off here. And this was the thing that I wanted to be really careful of, especially as we start building out some of these quantum stockpiles. There's going to be a lot of movement from downstairs to upstairs to the bazaar, which is fine, but it's going to mean that the dwarves have a lot of hauling to do. So there's still toys and shells and all kinds of stuff down here. So let's think about this logically. So down here in the deep dark reaches, we have all of these blocks. We've got all of our stone. So this is our stone supply. It goes into this stone quantum stock. Then the blocks get dropped out here. And then they drop into this block quantum stockpile, which is right next to the stairs, which is exactly what we wanted. And we've got 8 of these stoneworker workshops down here. And I think... oh, they're just packed with blocks. I don't know if it's worth changing how many work orders each one of these can have. Probably not. Hey! English. Congratulations, English. Can't bring you up that way. He's one of these dwarves in this giant pile here. Let's find him. There he is. He's off to plant seeds, and he is, wow, quite the high-spirited dwarf I see. Coming of age, 18 years old, and he's a dabbling milker and a dabbling planter already, and he's focused, so he's going to be putting out, you know, a little bit higher. Who's this guy related to? Ah, it's one of Seabrick's sons. So he's kind of like the 5th child is what it looks like. Now what I don't understand here is Vabok is his older sister. But if she's older, how is she still a child? Does that mean that she's like a... she's not even here. Is she not in the fortress? Is that why I'm not seeing her? No, she's a dwarven child. Alright, well. She's around here somewhere. And then, of course, the younger brother. But, yeah, so he's either the 4th or the 5th child. Oh, no. She's gonna stay a child because she's no longer with us? There she is. Yeah, she was killed by Delert and Shed. Okay, English is surprisingly happy for losing a member of his immediate family, but maybe he didn't see it happen and just heard about it? That's what I'm gonna guess. Let's take a look at his thoughts. Okay. Didn't like that. He values peace. Somehow he managed to have a bath. I don't know where that would have happened, but good on ya. How about that? Okay, let's see. What else do we have down here in this pile of just absolute messiness? We've got a ton of bars. Oh, we've got furniture. I forgot about the furniture. Let's do it. We need a furniture stockpile. And we've got so many quantum minecarts. They're just lead minecarts, but we've got so many minecarts we can really afford to outfit our bazaar with some cool stuff here. So let's put this as a furniture stockpile. This should be interesting because I don't think I've ever done this before. Oh, you know what? And I forgot. No bins. If you make these things with bins, then you get into real trouble later on. And then I think it's weird because if you make a change to one of them, why, you have to check that there are no bins allowed again. Furniture. Armor stands. Beds. I don't know what boxes are. Buckets. Nah. Catapults. Coffins. Doors. Floodgates. Grates. Hatch covers. Large pots and food storage. Mechanisms. Sure, that seems like more of a tool, but I get it. Mine carts. Other large tools. Pipe sections. Querns, slabs, statues, tables, thrones, traction benches, weapon racks. Like, everything is going to go in here except for, like, fighting stuff. That's my simple-minded way of saying, like, no siege parts or catapult parts. But, and you know what, heck. We don't have many barrels anyways, but if you've got an empty barrel, just toss it in this area. We may as well use it for something. So no catapult parts, ballista parts, sandbags, siege ammo. So everything but those things. And anvils. We shouldn't have extra anvils just lying about. They should be in one of our forges. Okay. All right, that's one stock. Let's do another one. And this is going to be furniture supply. And I don't want none of that. I think it's when you go in here and change it, though. Armor stands. Yeah, we just had a whole bunch of stuff. We had everything except for catapult stuff. Dug into this. Anything that's not in use, effectively. Except for bags of sand and siege ammo. Yeah, the scroll wheel stopped working again. And forgot to allow all of this stuff. Got to do that on the other one. Yep, okay. Go to furniture. Oh, this is going to trigger a ton of hauling jobs. Sorry, dwarves. Okay. Time for a good old track stop. Did it again. I don't think it matters from the perspective of... You might... It probably doesn't matter for the direction the track stop is supposed to go, but I always decide that I want it to dump in a certain way. Okay. And can we do some more floor, guys? Like, it would really be lovely to get this floor taken care of. Like, just a little bit of it. I've got 4 rhyolite blocks still. Okay, well, go use them. Oh man, that's really close for honey. It's like the game is saying, just do it. Go ahead. Okay, so we've got plenty of rhyolite out here. This guy's just gonna, like, mow on this fish. Enith. Oh, that's hilarious. And you're having a plump helmet. There's all of this food. What the heck, guys? I guess they don't like that food. Heck, I don't know. Okay, we can probably disallow furniture down here. Whoops. Did I just pause that? Oh no. That's not good. Dang it. I wanted to oh no. Oh no, no. This has all gone wrong. If we say nothing, that's wrong. Let's allow food and drink. Let's just allow all food. Because I'm not really confident that we have enough room for all the drinks and storage upstairs. Like this here is just a nightmare. And then that's a nightmare. There's a whole bunch of stuff up here. Like this has gotten out of hand. Very, very out of hand. To the point where the next trading session, we're just going to be hauling pots and pots and pots and pots on top of pots of liquor and whatnot. Everything else, not allowed in here anymore. And we've got blocks and we've got leather and we've got all kinds of stuff that, like the blocks should probably go downstairs. And what are these guys here? These are lead bars. Those belong in here. I guess we could leave the wood down here. That's fine. Leave the wood down here. Skulls, shells, bones, teeth, hooves, and hair. Yeah, I don't want corpses in there. Okay. This is the tanner's shop. And this is a leatherworks. We're going to move that tanner's shop over here. I think it's under here. No, it's not. It's under farming. Tanner. And let's make it out of granite, because I have so much of that. And then let's toss that aside. Let's toss this aside. And then we're going to make another workshop, and we're going to make another temporary gem workshop. When I can find it. It's jeweler. There it is. And we'll make it out of granite again. And here's the reason why. We're going to try and build a jeweler shop here. It wasn't really one of the goals that I put in, but, well, heck, I'm not really following any of the goals that I set out. And I'm not even sure that I, said the goals that we were going to try for. English. Oh. Well, English, let's take a look. He's withdrawing from society. He's claiming a workshop. Let's watch him here. What you got, English? Okay. So he claimed a stonecrafter's workshop. This guy's just going to be like his aunt. He's just going to be... he's getting raw. Of course he is. It's going to be just like his auntie. But the idea is to get, like, let's get the gems into a quantum stockpile as well. We'll make a couple of gem crafters. Oh man, he's just going after all kinds of different stuff there. You know, that's fine. We don't have to follow him. It looks like he's got what he needs. Someone became a planter. More brews. Stray yak bull. Sorry. We need cows. I was just going to say this once. Once this episode, we need cows. I've got 2 bulls. The top one is 1 year old. And the bottom one here is 1 year old but weak. Oh. Night-night. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna eat these camels, guys. We have to. It is in our nature. Okay. We can actually do that stockpile up here, too. This quantum stockpile, real quickly. There's nothing real quickly with Dwarf Fortress, is there? Okay. Let's name this. Furniture stock. Furniture stock. And for memory, skipping the ones that we don't need. I think it was like the military stuff that we skipped out here. Other than that, no sandbags and no siege ammo. But this is like the dumping ground for whatever you need. So in here and then out to here. I've never actually done a furniture quantum stock. I always tell myself, I'll get to that, but I've got this giant space that I don't use, that I've carved all out. There's really no reason. Get rid of those. And if English stops working, then we'll check in on him. But for now, it's fine. Yeah, look at all that yummy stuff. Okay, he's working on mysterious construction. Oh, bye-bye, camel. The dwarves are just going for it. They're just... So I guess this guy's cooking something. What are you cooking? You're preparing a lavish meal. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff to process there. Good luck, dwarves. Can we do this? No, we don't have enough rhyolite blocks. All right. We're just gonna make a reoccurring job. Rock blocks. And we'll just make 1, but we're gonna change it to rhyolite. And then we're gonna set this for the amount of rhyolite is greater than 0. And that is going to send some dwarves up to the surface. I'm fully aware of that. They'll get sent up to the surface, and they will have plenty of... They're just eating plump helmets. That's really annoying, you guys. Okay, let's go back down to our work area. This is looking great. Let's make a jeweler's. Seems like this is a good area for it. Oh, but before we do that, English Aboklisat peasant has created Vetekatast. Ikalushesh? A phyllite earring. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of a family ancestor, Zutan Cobalt Canyon. Okay, let's take a look at English. Do you have a place to put that thing right now? He's hauling a camel. Can I assign him an item? This is a big problem here, too. These X's mean that this stuff is threadbare. Oh, and he's crying for some reason. What's the matter? Why are you sad? He's a legendary stonecrafter now, though. So, got another one of those. Just like Aunt Alath. Let's take a look at this thing. This is a phyllite earring. All craft dwarf ship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with oval phyllite cabochons. This object menaces with spikes of phyllite and rose quartz. On the item is an image of a tapered baguette cut gem in gabbro. Right. So I feel like this guy needs a... I want to try and assign this to him, but I don't remember how to do that. I feel like I've done it before, and maybe that was correct, maybe it was not. Do I have to go into... Maybe I have to go in here. Nope. I wish there was something on the item that said it belonged to him. Such that it is. Alright. Let's get this thing built out. I want 4 jewelers' workshops. We'll have a way for gems to come in the back, or rough gems to come in. So a quantum stockpile for rough gems, and then another stockpile for cut gems. So we're gonna do... That's not gonna work. It's gonna be kind of a big facility. So 10 by 8. $11 by 10. So that's the walls, that's 9. Yeah, that should work. And we got plenty of orthoclase here. Sure, why not? And I'd like to keep building after placement. Use last material. We'll do orthoclase. We're just gonna make some more orthoclase out of all of this. Make this nice and pretty. And then actually, what we need to do is we need to go here, and instead of building... Whoops. These are just going to be walls, so there's no point in putting floor underneath of them. I don't know why I didn't think about this. Be nice if there's a way to mass cancel stuff. Maybe there is, and I just don't know about it yet. It's definitely a peculiar little game. Although, strangely addicting once you start playing with it. Oh, or the glazed blocks. Cool. Did I do that wrong? We'll just have some extra room. It's fine. All right. We have a lot of work going on in the kitchens, too. I need to be mindful of that. Get another... Oh. The flies on the surface are having babies. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. Probably not. 67 one-humped camel meat. 123 one-humped camel meat. It's just so crazy how easy it is to have so much food. And at the beginning of a fortress, you're always concerned about it. It's always like, oh, are we going to have enough food? Are we going to run out of food? Where am I going to get my food? And then inevitably, we have this glut of food and drink because you never want to run out of them, right? I'm sure everyone who's played Dwarf Fortress has had one of those fortresses where you made a silly mistake and all of a sudden you don't have any food and drink left, and yeah, you pay for that. The dwarves really have a bad time. Almost done. We'll have them carve this area up, engrave it so it's nice. Okay. Masterpiece cooking going on. Let's go up here and check on these. I think we can dump that. The nervous tissue just gets, like, thrown away, I think. Yeah. Yeah, see? This is good. This is good. You should be this is what you should be doing. You should be eating that stuff instead of the raw ingredients, you monsters. Okay, so we should have some rhyolite now because we have a specific... Gosh, it's wildly underprepared. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Lots and lots and lots and lots of hauling. The dwarves are going to need some time to catch up on that. Poor guys. That's a large gem. Large trillion cut red zircon. Beautiful. Brilliant red. Sometimes you just have to play along. Use your imagination a little bit. Once this has all been... Once it's been carved out, or I'm sorry, once it's been engraved, and we'll start dropping our gem workshops. We can disassemble this one, And we'll get yet another chunk of stuff out of storage. A lot of this stuff, honestly, like a lot of it is just waiting on hauling jobs right now, right? Because we've got a ton of stuff, like all of these lead and silver bars. They need to end up over here, but those hauling jobs won't kick off until we've got almost nothing left to do. Ton of camel leather. Did I take the leather out of here? I think I did. Let's add leather back in. Go ahead, put leather in there. No stone. And cloth is fine too, for now. That's another thing we've got to do. So much to do. It's just insane how much we have to do. There's even bars down here. There's a step ladder for some reason. Ropes. Every time I see the mussel shells, or the shell icon, I always think of Mario Kart for some reason, and I'm just waiting to find a blue one. If I find a blue one in the sprites, I'm going to be really excited. You might want to turn your audio down for that day. And I hope we can double door these. Let's find out. No, maybe I don't want to do that just yet. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So just being a little bit of a creative person here is we can suspend these constructions until the engraving is done. Oh, it's looking nice. Looking really nice. We can put a jeweler's workshop right here. And another one right here. Actually, maybe I'll put 3. Yeah, we'll have 2 in the middle, so... Everybody's carving something into the jewelry workshop area. And slowly but surely, like, the stockpile is dwindling in certain areas. Like, this has gotten a lot more sparse through here. All of these pieces of furniture are going to get, like, pulled right into the furniture stockpile upstairs, which is where it should be. You know, that's, like, we've got all of that stuff there. There's a place for it now, at least. So, that's good. Jump over the save there. Spring has arrived. Early spring, and that means that we're almost beginning our 6th year here in the fortress. Crazy. It's really crazy. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's build some workshops in here. So I could do 6. Heck, why not? Can we build them out of orthoclase? Oh, we're kind of running low on orthoclase. That's okay. This will be a beautiful little spot, if I'm being honest. And we can start making this stuff here. Let's make the supply stock. It's going to pop out right here. So this will be our first First stockpile. And this is rough gems, quantum stock. And I want nothing like that, and I want gems. We'll go custom, rough gems, cut gems, no cut gems, no cut glass, no cut stone, just rough gems. Is there a place for large? Or do they all go in the same? I think that's finished goods. Large gems. Okay, so finished goods, large gems, and regular gems. Okay, perfect. And, oops. Pause that up real quick. And we'll go no bins. And then we'll make another one. This can be a little bit larger here. Right, because this is going to be our rough gem supply. And, yeah, got to go back here. Gotta say finished goods. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put quality things on there. So let's go back and do that too. Gems are all. I think that's all we need here. And then, of course, rough gems. All rough gems. Nothing cut. Okay. And then we're going to do a construction. We're going to make a track stop like normal. And then this is going to be our supply right here. This is all of our cut gems. No roughs, just cut. I don't want cut glass or cut stone, just cut gems. Finished goods, all gems, all color. This is what has me confused because I'm not sure if large gems are actually created out of just regular gems, or if there's rough large gems and then cut large gems. So mileage is going to vary on this one. I suppose we'll have to figure that out. Let's do that. And this is going to be the cut gems supply. And I want to go, oops, yeah. Check this, go 0. Cut gems, did I? Oh, I did custom, okay, perfect. And let's go custom here. Got all of our custom, or our cut gems. Large gems. Cool. One more track stop. Interesting. All right. Say that looks pretty nice. It'll look way nicer once we've got the gems stocked into it. But give us just a minute for that. Look at you guys go. Wow. That did not take long. I think they've been disallowed out of the stockpile anyways. Yeah, for sure. Cool. Okay. Almost ready to do this one is full, so we can do this guy. Add a new route. Let's choose the stop. It's going to be here. And I always have to go kind of slow on this, guys. I'm sorry. Throw a lead minecart on there. This is going to be cut gems QS. And this is going to be cut gems stop. And then here we've got finished goods and we've got large gems. All those are okay. All those are okay. All those are okay. I don't think I need this, but just call me crazy. Let's define these stockpiles. So from this guy into the cart, excuse me, and then it goes out to the cut gem stockpile, and we're done. And just give them a couple of minutes. We need to put some more rough gems here. Hopefully I've got more than that. I might not have more than that. Heck, we're gonna do it anyways. Okay. And we've got plenty of mine carts. Oh yeah, look at all that. Now this is going to be the... What did I call this a minute ago? Rough gem quantum stockpile. And then we've got rough gem stop. Okay. Oh, I forgot to take these off on the other one too. Let's do that real quick. I got that taken care of. Stuff is coming from this guy. And whoops, I didn't quite get that all, did I? And then going out to this one here. So in from the rough gem supply and in out to the rough gem quantum stock. Which means I think we have everything set. We have a cart. It's waiting to be hauled. Oh, I didn't do this one. Whoops. It's a good thing that I checked. I had a recalcitrant cat in real life. Needed to be dealt with there. So, pardon the cut. Okay, so we're talking about rough gems here. And we want... I think this is going to come back and bite me, but such that it is. Did I do this for this guy here? I sure did. That's done. Just double checking. That's also done. Got a minecart, and we got the track stop. Good. 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 I think we're ready. Kick it off, dwarves. There we go. And you just got all your gems sitting right there. The jewel crafters will be very happy because they don't have to worry about hauling stuff to this unwieldy stockpile. Well, they'll have to haul it one more time, but that after that, that's it. And that'll be a good thing. Somebody's coming in here with a... Can we get this? Ah, there's the minecart. Okay. I'm guessing that these aren't going to get stocked right away, but that's fine. Totally fine. Let's take a look here. We've got some grouches. Shorist, Aben, another Shorist, and Obak, who's the chief medical dwarf. What are you doing? So I'm trying to acquire something. Just like to keep an eye on these dwarves. You don't want them to get too cantankerous, because at some point bad things happen, right? So definitely don't want that. check the kitchens. This is cartilage. I'm going to throw that all away, I think. But they got it turned around. That was the nice thing, is they got it all turned around. And, oh, do we have snow on the surface? We sure do. Look at that. Nice dusting of snow. Early spring. There's some minecart in the furniture stockpile. It does look strange. I'm not gonna lie. It looks a little strange. I'm very happy with this. This is great. Oh, and they did stack them up there. Very nice. Very nice. Well, the dwarves have been busy, for sure, this episode. And it continues to look like we've got a long way to go. Maybe just to run things out here. One of the things that I'm thinking about, though, is how to get the rest of this area organized. And that's going to be... Why is there food down here, guys? Oh, because I said that was okay. I literally did. I literally said it was okay. One of the things that I'd like to do is I would like to turn this area into kind of the central location for all of our crafting. All of the stuff that we're doing. So there might be, let's just say, a tanner shop that comes up here next, and they're spitting out raw hides. It's going to be a little bit smaller building. Like, honestly, this is way overkill. We could just do one on each one of these. Or 4, because I hit the wrong button. But we don't really need that. I mean, we want to tan the hides that we get. Sure. I don't think we need this many. This is overkill, even for jewelers. I just have a affinity for gems for some reason. It's a fascination of mine. Another yak bowl. So we know what that means. That one's high stamina. Do I want to keep him? I think I do. Which one is this? He's sickly. Yeah, goodbye. Don't want to geld. If we could get more than 2 cows, that would be fantastic. But hasn't happened yet. Let's throw that away. That's Delurton Shed's cartilage as well. And at some point, I've got to start working on this stuff here. Oh my gosh, there's just so much to do. There's so much to do. Oh, we got some rhyolite finally. I think that's gonna be, yeah, that'll be too much. This is going to be a grand haul, you guys. It's going to look really cool once it's done. At least I hope. That is the hope. Make this into a big dance floor here. This will kind of end up being a tavern. It'll be nice. We'll put out a spread. You should come by sometime. Still making that lavish meals. That's great. Well, we made a jeweler's workshop with functioning quantum stockpiles. We've reduced the amount of clutter in the fortress so far. Slowly, but surely, it's going down, which is the direction you want to go. At some point, we'll be able to... We're trading a lot of this drink. Spoiler alert, that's coming. Probably in the next episode, we're going to trade a lot of drink away. I think we'll just hang on to our gems right now. This is pretty cool, just to have this huge giant pile of gems. It seems very dwarven-like. This is ridiculous here, too. I'm not going to lie. This is really, really ridiculous. Like, there's no reason for this many magma smelters, right? We've got an industrial-scale magma smelting operation going on here, which will be cool. If we found Fluxstone, it would be even cooler. But so far, so bad. Nothing going on with that. So, but yeah, we've still got some industries to bring up. It would be nice to get some of the farming industry going. It would be nice to get, a beekeeping industry going. I'd love to see us start making mead. That would be a really cool thing to have pop up in the fortress. But that's going to have to be for another time. So we're going to end it here. Another Anvilseal episode in the books with the Hamlet. Hasn't grown yet, but you've got a large number of dwarves in very high spirits. And, it's coming together, slowly but surely. We just got to keep swinging the pick, as it were. So with that, thanks for joining me for another session in Dwarf Fortress, in Fortress mode here. And you know what? As you go on about your day, please don't forget to hit someone with kindness. We'll see you next time.